Hello, welcome to Rusty's No Man's. Well, okay. Welcome to Rusty's SudokuStore. I am going to go change or check my Twitch page, see if it changed as. Alright, we went over to be my No Man's Sky stream. Not what we're doing there. So. Alright, that should now be updated. And time to start solving this puzzle. Well, okay, start importing the puzzle, and then it starts. Create our own puzzle. We're doing puzzle 184, fourth day of the week, 18th week of the year. If you are interested in another language, one of the things that people have done many times over I talked with my mom when I was growing up. At one time she worked for the telephone company in town. At the time it would have been what became AT&T. And one of the things that she did as part of that was to collate pages for the phone book. And along the way, learned to count from 1 to 10 in about a dozen different languages. And Sudoku gives you the numbers 1 through 9. And you can obviously pick up zeros, and after the fact you can start converting things into the teens and 20s and 30s and 40s and stuff. But you do lose some nuances. It doesn't translate directly into time, it doesn't translate directly into dates, days of the week, things like that. So, as I discussed in my comments as I started the stream, or started posting the puzzle this morning. All right. Timer is running. Let's see what we can do. Ones. Well, we know one of these two is a 1. One of these 3 is a 1. There was 3 down there, not these 4. 4 possibilities here. Okay, not a lot of 1s out there. Let's see. Anything we're going to have better luck? 3s, perhaps. Well, yes, as a matter of fact, 3 gives me a solve on the board. Okay, one of these two is going to be 3. That means this one or this one here. Those 4 possibilities here. This one of those 3. Okay. So 3s get us on the board, didn't do much else for it. I only see 2 2s on the board. One here and here. And that doesn't help me much at the moment. How about 4s? We've got this 4 down here. This one up here. So that means that 3 4s there, 2 over here, down here. Put 5s. Oh, we've got this one, running into that same sort of a problem. 8s. So put an 8 on the board here. These 3 is going to be 8. 1, 3. These 2 possible there. 7s. Well, there's 1 7 there, and that narrows this one down to 7. Gives us that 7, this 7, and all the 7s are now solved. 6. And we've got 6 here and here. One of these 2 will be 6. These 2 will be 6. It really help us. Okay, how about 5? Nothing there. Like I've got 1 5 on the board, or 2 of them there and 1 there. That's not going to help us much at the moment. But 8s, and 8 here. Oh, 8s are on the, or we've done some solving on the board, but didn't get very far. Now with that 7, we got an 8 here. Means this is an 8. Turns that into a 3. 1, 2, 4, 2 and 4 there. Okay. Let's see. That gave us that. Have any other places that toss a 3? Yeah, one of these 2 is going to be green, or that one. 2, 3 possibilities there. 2 possibilities here. Okay, that's it for 2 or for 3. You have a place for 2 though. Now, 2 possibilities there. Possibilities there. One of the 2 is a 2. Okay. 1s. So one of these 2 is going to be a 1. Does mean that this is going to be a 1 here. 3 possibilities there. I don't know. One of these 2 is going to be. Nope, this is going to be. So none of these will be. That means 1 is going to be one of these 2. These 2, 3 here. And these 2, 4 here. Okay. These 2 is going to be a 2. That doesn't help us there. 3 is going to be a 2. Okay. And it's time to start moving in, dropping in places, options where I see there are 2 possibilities. Not 4, not 3, just 2. For example, we can place options here. Got a 1, 2, 3 in the square, 4, and 5. So this is going to be a 5 and 4. Over here, Now I got 2 places for 4 coincides with places 1. And you solve for a 5. Now, down here, that means we got 1, 2 possibilities, 3, 4, like 9. That one's actually going to be, that's 2. One of these is probably going to be a 9. That goes one of these 2 being a 9. Here, that's going to be a 9, turning that into 1. And this becomes a 9 here. This becomes a 1, and one of these 2 is going to be a 1. That's no longer a 1, that's a 1. These 2 is now going to be a 2. But I've only got 2 places over here for a 2, so that's not going to be it. That's going to be okay. Not a 2 here. One of these 2, and one of these 2 is going to be. Those are going to be some of the last ones to potentially be solved, I think. We'll see. So 1, 2. Got 3 places for 3 here. This one can't be a 3 up here, so that turns this into. Up here, that becomes a 6, 8. Which turns this into an 8. Nope, not. So that other one is either. Except is an 8. I've got something wrong. All right, we go old school on this. Old school for me is let's place all the possibles that aren't locked cells where we could put them. And try solving it that route. Okay. I suspect that the 8s where I botched things up last, but we'll see. Okay. All right. I am not seeing any pairs. And for obvious remnants. Oh, wait, no. For example, I keep running into these. Okay, we got a 4, 5, 7 here. Out of 7, out of 7, out of 7. There's a 7. 5, 9, 3. Well, there's a 9. 5's all over the place. And there's a 3. Over here, we just get the 2 places with 6s. But I've got a 6 in that one, a 6 there, and a 6 down here. So against all 6s there on that basis. So, in other words, okay, we got a 4, 5 pair here. Let's just, I don't know, 1, 8. Go with that. We'll go with a 1 here, 5, 4, 7, 8 in the row, 6 in that column there. Nine goes here, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 1 here, 7. 2, 4, 2s, 6 here, 1 there. 7, 4, 7, 2, 9, 2, 4, 2. Interesting mix, nothing useful there. 4, 5, 7 there. That turns this into a 2, 9, 4. 2 here, 8. And that blocks the 8 there, so that's not it. That does tell me that probably need to start with an 8 here instead of 1, which doesn't help me a lot in the row. Square, I don't think. Let's see. Nope, not a lot of help there. But means that's not an 8, so that becomes a 2. And we've got 4 8 pairs there. Go with our others. This becomes a 2. this is a 2 now. 4848. Okay. 4 pairs. That is no longer a 4. 1, 2, 5 combination there. 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3 here. And 2 3s along the row there. All right. So I have choices here. I can use, I'm going to go with the use lowest number here, 4, 8. 4 and 8. That into a 4. That becomes an 8. And that eliminates any 8s in this square. So, not that combination. Let's switch this to an 8, 4, 1, 8. Turns that into an 8. No longer a 1 nor this. 4, 5, 5. Not a 2 here. Not sure how long that was there. Don't remember working on any 2s recently. All right. 1, 3, 1, 5. 5, 2, 1, 5. Not a 2 or 1 here, so that's a 7. Not a 7. 2, so that's a 9. 9. 4, 1, 6, 4, 1, 6. All right, let's go through here. That is not a given that that's correct. Punt. I'm doing a lot of punting on this puzzle. Clean up. 9, 6, 7. That's the variety of cleanup I kind of like to do there as well. Five pair. This one becomes 5 balls for 5 pair. 3, 9, 5, 7, 4, 1, 5. And like we solve with a 3. All right, that took us 23 minutes and 9 seconds to solve. And speech to text has issues and 23 minutes.